What if one simple, natural oil sitting quietly on a shelf could support your joints, calm your body, and even improve how you sleep without expensive treatments or complicated routines? That idea might sound a little too convenient, but castor oil has been used for generations, and there's a reason it continues to show up in both traditional remedies and modern wellness conversations. Before you dismiss it as just another trend, it's worth understanding what this oil actually does inside the body and why so many people choose to apply it right before bed. Castor oil comes from a plant known as Ricinus communis, and its use goes back centuries, especially in traditional Indian medicine, where it was relied on to support skin health, digestive balance, and even protection against harmful microbes. Over time, its use expanded far beyond personal care, finding a place in industrial applications like lubrication, fuel production, and even pharmaceutical formulations, which already tells you something important about its versatility. Even today, you'll hear strong opinions about how effective it is, but instead of relying on hype, it's better to break things down clearly and look at how it may actually support your body when used correctly. So in this video, we're going step by step through the real practical reasons people apply castor oil before going to sleep, starting with something many people struggle with more than they realize: joint discomfort and stiffness. When it comes to joint health, castor oil stands out because of its ability to target inflammation, which is often the root cause of pain, tightness, and reduced mobility. The natural compounds found in this oil help calm inflammatory responses inside the joints, which can gradually reduce swelling and ease that persistent, nagging discomfort many people feel, especially after long days or as they get older. Chronic inflammation doesn't just cause temporary pain, it slowly wears down joint tissues over time, making movement harder and less comfortable, but castor oil works in a way that supports the body's effort to restore balance in these areas. Another key benefit is how deeply this oil penetrates beneath the skin, reaching into the tissues around the joints, where it can act almost like a natural lubricant. This improved lubrication can make everyday movements feel smoother, reducing stiffness that often shows up after periods of inactivity or long hours of sitting. At the same time, castor oil helps improve blood circulation in the areas where it is applied, which is an important factor that often gets overlooked. Better blood flow means more oxygen and essential nutrients are delivered directly to the joints, supporting repair processes while also helping remove metabolic waste and toxins that contribute to swelling and irritation. This combination of improved circulation and reduced inflammation creates an environment where joints can function more comfortably and efficiently. Beyond that, the oil also supports the surrounding muscles and ligaments, strengthening them over time and reducing the overall strain placed on the joints during movement. This is especially useful for people who experience recurring discomfort due to weak support structures around their joints. Another important factor is oxidative stress, which is essentially damage caused by unstable molecules in the body that can slowly affect tissues, including those in your joints. If this process continues unchecked, it can contribute to long-term degeneration, but the properties of castor oil help counter this effect, offering an added layer of protection. Now, while joint health is a major reason people turn to castor oil, it's not the only one. And interestingly, the next benefit is something that affects nearly everyone at some point: difficulty sleeping. If you've ever struggled to fall asleep or found yourself waking up multiple times during the night, you're definitely not alone. Sleep problems are incredibly common, and they don't just leave you feeling tired, they can affect your focus, mood, and overall performance throughout the day. Many people eventually turn to sleeping pills, hoping for quick relief, but over time, those solutions can come with unwanted side effects, including dependency, which makes the situation even more complicated. This is where some individuals begin exploring more natural approaches, and castor oil is one of the options that often comes up in these discussions. One simple method people use is applying a small amount of castor oil gently on the eyelids before going to bed. The idea behind this practice is that it promotes a sense of relaxation, helping the body shift into a calmer state that makes it easier to fall asleep naturally. For those who are uncomfortable applying oil near the eyes, there's another approach that feels more familiar and widely accepted: aromatherapy. By mixing castor oil with essential oils and applying it to areas like the temples, it can create a soothing effect that signals the body to unwind. Certain essential oils, such as peppermint, lavender, and rose, are commonly used for this purpose because of their calming properties, and when combined with castor oil, they may enhance the overall experience. While this method doesn't work the same way for everyone, many people find it to be a gentle and non-invasive way to support better sleep without relying on medication. And once sleep improves, it often creates a ripple effect, positively influencing energy levels, mental clarity, and even physical recovery. But sleep isn't the only internal system that castor oil may support, because one of its most well-known uses is actually related to digestion, particularly when it comes to relieving constipation. Digestive health is one of those things people don't think about until something goes wrong. And constipation is easily one of the most common issues that can disrupt daily life in a very uncomfortable way. When the digestive system slows down, it doesn't just cause physical discomfort. It can also affect energy levels, mood, and even concentration, making the entire day feel heavier than it should. This is where castor oil has traditionally been used as a natural laxative, and its effects on the digestive system are well documented in both traditional and modern contexts. When taken in controlled amounts, castor oil is broken down in the body into compounds that stimulate the intestines, encouraging them to move waste more effectively through the digestive tract. This action helps support bowel movements, making it easier for the body to naturally eliminate waste without excessive strain or discomfort. Because of this, it has often been used in situations where people experience short-term constipation or need to prepare the bowel for medical procedures like a colonoscopy. In controlled studies, including those involving older adults, castor oil has shown measurable improvement in reducing constipation symptoms and making bowel movements less difficult and less strained. However, it is important to understand that this is not something to be used carelessly, because dosage plays a very important role in how the body responds. Too much castor oil can lead to unwanted side effects such as diarrhea, abdominal cramps, and general stomach upset, which is why moderation is essential. It is also not recommended for long-term digestive problems where underlying causes need proper medical attention instead of temporary relief. In such cases, simpler dietary changes are often more effective and safer in the long run. For example, foods like yogurt can help restore healthy gut bacteria, improving digestion naturally over time. Similarly, fiber-rich foods such as beans and light soups can support smoother bowel movements by adding bulk and softness to stool. These nutrients, including potassium, folate, zinc, and vitamin B6, play an important role in maintaining a healthy digestive system and preventing recurring constipation. So while castor oil can offer short-term relief, it works best when combined with a balanced lifestyle rather than being relied on as a permanent solution. Moving beyond digestion, another surprising area where castor oil is widely used is hair care, and this is where many people first discover it. Hair health is closely linked to blood circulation, scalp condition, and moisture balance, and castor oil appears to influence all three of these factors in a meaningful way. One of its most popular uses is improving hair strength and shine, making it a common ingredient in natural beauty routines. Some people also believe it may support faster and thicker hair growth, similar to oils like coconut oil, although results can vary depending on individual hair type and genetics. What makes castor oil interesting is its ability to improve blood flow to the scalp when applied directly, which may help nourish hair follicles more effectively. Healthier follicles are often associated with stronger hair strands and reduced hair fall over time. Because of this, castor oil is sometimes applied not just to scalp hair, but also to eyebrows and eyelashes in small amounts. There's also some discussion around ricinoleic acid, a key component of castor oil, which may influence hormonal activity related to hair loss, although research is still developing in this area. For people with thick or frizzy hair, castor oil is often used as a conditioning enhancer rather than a standalone treatment. A few drops mixed into a regular conditioner can help smooth the hair shaft, reducing frizz and improving manageability. This approach is usually recommended once or twice a week to avoid buildup, while still gaining the benefits. For deeper nourishment, some people apply castor oil as an overnight treatment before bed. In this method, the oil is massaged into the scalp, covered with a protective cap, and left overnight to allow deeper absorption. The next morning, it is washed out carefully, often requiring shampooing more than once to fully remove the oil due to its thick consistency. This process is believed by many users to improve softness and overall hair texture when done consistently. Beyond hair, castor oil also plays a role in supporting the immune system, which connects directly to the body's ability to defend itself against illness and infection. The reason for this is its influence on the lymphatic system, a network that helps remove waste, toxins, and excess fluids from the body. When the lymphatic system functions efficiently, the immune response tends to be stronger and more balanced. Castor oil is believed to support this system by improving fluid circulation and reducing congestion within lymphatic pathways. Some traditional practices even involve applying castor oil packs to the abdomen to stimulate lymphatic activity and support detoxification processes. Interestingly, small studies have suggested that this practice may increase the activity of lymphocytes, which are key immune cells responsible for fighting infections. At the same time, improved circulation may also contribute to better overall organ function, including digestive and cardiovascular systems. This combination of effects is why castor oil has been used historically in various traditional healing systems for multiple health concerns. And while its role in immunity is still being explored scientifically, its long history of use continues to keep it relevant in natural health discussions. Beyond immune support, castor oil is also used in areas that people usually don't associate with oils at all, and one of those is wound care and skin repair. When the skin gets a minor cut, scratch, or irritation, the body naturally tries to heal itself, but the environment around the wound plays a very important role in how smoothly that process happens. One of the key principles in wound healing is maintaining a slightly moist environment, because overly dry skin can slow down recovery and increase discomfort. Castor oil helps in this area by forming a light protective layer that keeps the affected skin hydrated while it heals. This moisture balance can reduce cracking, dryness, and irritation around small wounds, allowing the skin to repair itself more comfortably. In medical settings, castor oil is also found in certain ointments used for wound treatment, often combined with other healing compounds like balsam-based ingredients. These formulations are sometimes used for burns, surgical wounds, and skin ulcers, where controlled healing support is needed. Some research has shown that combinations containing castor oil may assist recovery in difficult-to-heal wounds, especially when standard treatments are not well tolerated. However, it is important to understand that not all castor oil products are the same, and many include additional active ingredients that contribute to their effectiveness. Because of this, it is always recommended to consult a healthcare professional before using any castor oil-based product on open wounds. Self-treatment without proper guidance can sometimes do more harm than good, especially if the wound is serious or infected. Still, in minor skin issues, castor oil has earned a place in traditional home care practices due to its soothing and protective qualities. Moving into another less expected use, castor oil is also used for cleaning dentures, which might sound unusual at first, but has practical benefits. Dentures require regular cleaning to prevent buildup of bacteria and fungi, which can lead to oral discomfort and infections if not properly managed. One of the common concerns for denture users is the growth of candida, a type of fungus that can cause irritation and inflammation in the mouth. When this condition develops, it can lead to denture-related stomatitis, which includes redness, swelling, and soreness in the gums and surrounding tissues. Castor oil has been studied for its antifungal properties in this context, showing the ability to reduce microbial growth on denture surfaces. In some cases, simply soaking dentures in a castor oil solution for a short period has been shown to reduce signs of fungal infection. This makes it a useful supportive method for maintaining oral hygiene in older adults who rely on dentures daily. However, just like with other uses, consistency and proper cleaning practices are still essential for long-term oral health. Now, moving into a more internal benefit, castor oil is also widely discussed for its role in reducing inflammation and managing pain. Inflammation is actually a natural defense mechanism in the body, but when it becomes chronic, it can contribute to serious health problems. Conditions like arthritis, heart disease, and even diabetes have been linked to long-term inflammation that doesn't properly resolve. Castor oil contains compounds, particularly ricinoleic acid, that may help reduce the production of inflammatory substances in the body. By doing so, it can help calm swelling and discomfort in affected areas, especially when applied externally. Many people use it for joint pain, muscle soreness, and even menstrual cramps, where inflammation and tension are often involved. When massaged onto the skin, it may also improve local blood circulation, which can further support pain relief and relaxation of tight tissues. Another noticeable effect is its ability to reduce swelling from minor injuries such as insect bites, bruises, or localized skin irritation. At the same time, castor oil is believed to support the lymphatic system, which plays a key role in removing waste fluids from tissues. If this system becomes sluggish, it can lead to fluid buildup and swelling in different parts of the body. By encouraging lymphatic movement, castor oil may help reduce this type of puffiness and restore a more balanced fluid distribution. Some people also use it either by gentle topical application or in traditional practices in very small internal doses under supervision for digestive related inflammation support. Alongside inflammation control, castor oil is also known for its ability to help with fungal infections, which can affect skin, nails, and scalp. Fungal infections are often stubborn and can be difficult to fully eliminate using basic treatments alone. Castor oil works by creating an environment that makes it harder for fungi to grow and spread. Over time, this can help reduce the infection and support gradual healing of the affected skin area. In addition to fighting infection, it also helps relieve dryness and flaking that often occur after fungal issues. This moisturizing effect reduces itching and discomfort, making the healing process more tolerable. Because of these combined properties, castor oil continues to be used in both traditional remedies and modern natural care routines for skin-related fungal concerns. And while it may not replace medical antifungal treatments in severe cases, it can still play a supportive role in mild conditions when used properly. Skin health is one of the most visible indicators of overall wellness, and many people first come across castor oil through its effects on dry or irritated skin. When the skin loses moisture, it doesn't just look dull, it can also feel tight, itchy, and uncomfortable, especially in dry weather or after exposure to harsh products. Castor oil is often used in these situations because it naturally helps lock moisture into the skin, preventing excessive water loss from the surface. One of the key components behind this effect is ricinoleic acid, a fatty acid that acts as a natural humectant, helping the skin retain hydration for longer periods. This is why castor oil is frequently found as an ingredient in commercial moisturizers, even though it can also be used in its pure form. Using it directly gives people more control over what they apply to their skin, avoiding unnecessary additives that may sometimes cause irritation or sensitivity. Another advantage is that it is relatively affordable compared to many cosmetic creams, making it accessible for regular use. Castor oil can be applied not only to the face, but also to other dry areas of the body, helping maintain overall skin softness and elasticity. Many people also combine it with lighter oils like coconut or almond oil to improve texture and spreadability while enhancing hydration effects. However, because every skin type reacts differently, it is always recommended to do a small patch test before full application to avoid unexpected reactions. This simple step helps ensure that the skin tolerates the oil well before it is used more widely. Beyond external skincare, castor oil also plays a role in supporting digestion in a more general, long-term sense. While its short-term laxative effect is well known, its broader influence on gut movement and intestinal function is also important. By encouraging smoother movement through the intestines, it helps reduce the buildup of waste that can lead to discomfort and irregular bowel patterns. This improved movement can contribute to a more regular digestive rhythm, which is essential for overall gut comfort and health. In addition, castor oil may help support the natural cleansing process of the digestive tract, assisting the body in eliminating unwanted residues. This becomes especially relevant for individuals who are exposed to unhealthy diets, processed foods, or environmental pollutants that can burden digestion over time. Another interesting aspect is its potential role in reducing abdominal inflammation, which is often linked to bloating, gas, and general discomfort. Stress, poor diet, and irregular eating habits can all contribute to this type of internal irritation, making digestion feel sluggish or heavy. Castor oil's soothing properties may help calm this internal environment, allowing the digestive system to function more smoothly. It is also believed to support the balance of beneficial gut bacteria, which play a major role in nutrient absorption and immune function. A healthier gut microbiome is associated with fewer digestive issues and improved overall well-being. However, it is important to understand that these effects are best achieved when castor oil is used carefully and not excessively. Overuse can disturb the digestive balance and lead to unwanted side effects, so moderation remains essential. Now, moving into one of the most controversial and carefully discussed uses of castor oil, we come to its traditional role in pregnancy and labor induction. Historically, castor oil has been used in some cultures as a natural method to stimulate labor in pregnant women who are near their due date. The way it works is primarily through its laxative effect, which stimulates the intestines and may indirectly irritate the uterus, potentially triggering contractions. It is also believed to influence the production of certain compounds in the body that can help prepare the cervix for childbirth. Some studies have shown that a large percentage of women who used castor oil under supervision went on to experience spontaneous labor shortly afterward. Research reviews have also suggested that, in controlled settings, it may help with cervical readiness and labor initiation. However, this is not without risks, and medical professionals approach this method with caution. Side effects such as nausea, vomiting, and severe diarrhea are commonly reported, which can make the experience physically stressful for the mother. There is also concern that strong uterine contractions might affect fetal well-being in certain cases, which is why unsupervised use is strongly discouraged. Because of these risks, most healthcare providers do not recommend using castor oil to induce labor, unless it is done under strict medical guidance. In modern medical practice, safer and more controlled methods are generally preferred for labor induction when needed. So, while castor oil has a long history in this area, it remains a topic where caution is far more important than tradition. When you look at all the different ways castor oil has been used, from skincare to digestion to traditional medicine, one thing becomes clear. This is not a new discovery, but a long-standing natural remedy that has stayed relevant across generations for a reason. It continues to attract attention because it connects simple plant-based chemistry with real, observable effects on the human body, even though those effects vary depending on how it is used and in what amount. Throughout history, people have relied on it for everyday issues like dry skin, constipation, minor infections, and general discomfort, often as part of home remedies passed down through families. In modern times, the interest has shifted slightly, with more focus on understanding how and why it works, rather than just accepting traditional claims at face value. From supporting joint comfort by reducing inflammation to improving circulation in targeted areas, castor oil has shown a range of potential benefits that make it stand out among natural oils. Its ability to support digestion is another key reason it remains widely discussed, especially in cases where people look for short-term relief from constipation or irregular bowel movements. At the same time, its role in skincare has made it popular in beauty routines, particularly for those dealing with dryness, irritation, or uneven texture. Even in hair care, it is often used as a strengthening and conditioning treatment, with many users reporting improvements in softness, shine, and manageability over time. But despite all these positive associations, it is equally important to recognize that castor oil is not a universal solution for every health problem. Its effects depend heavily on dosage, method of use, and individual sensitivity, which means it should always be applied with care and awareness. For example, internal use for constipation can be effective, but excessive use may lead to discomfort, cramps, or dehydration, which highlights the importance of moderation. Similarly, while topical application is generally considered safe for most people, it is still recommended to perform a patch test before regular use to avoid allergic reactions. In more sensitive situations, such as pregnancy or existing medical conditions, professional medical advice becomes essential rather than optional. This is especially true for labor induction, where castor oil has a long history of traditional use, but also carries well-documented risks that cannot be ignored. Modern healthcare approaches prioritize safety and controlled methods over traditional remedies in such cases, which reflects a more cautious and evidence-based approach. So when we step back and look at the full picture, castor oil appears less like a miracle cure and more like a supportive natural tool with specific, limited applications. Its real value lies in how it can complement healthy habits rather than replace medical treatment or professional care. From improving skin moisture balance to assisting digestive function and offering mild anti-inflammatory support, it fits into a broader lifestyle approach focused on natural wellness. At the same time, it reminds us that even natural substances must be respected, understood, and used responsibly to avoid unintended effects. So if someone chooses to include castor oil in their routine, the most important factor is not just the oil itself, but how wisely it is used and for what purpose. Because in health, as in most things, balance and knowledge matter far more than quick fixes or assumptions. And that brings us to the end of this breakdown of castor oil's potential benefits and traditional uses. If you understand both its strengths and its limitations, you can make more informed decisions about whether and how it fits into your personal health routine. In the end, natural remedies like this are best viewed as supportive tools, not replacements for proper medical care, but companions to a healthier, more mindful lifestyle.